Well, hello, welcome back. This is Dr. Traci K, and I love you in this place. Thanks for coming back again for another week for your Sunday spiritual vibe message. I hope everyone is having a good week and didn't eat too much candy or whatever, and um, been trying to stay on track and overcome some of your obstacles and setbacks. I know some of you are probably trying the 21-day meditation challenge for weight loss, and if you're not, I think we are already a week in for this. So if you have missed a week, you can probably hop in, but you have to subscribe to this channel because they only after one day, then they're gone the next day. So, but if you still want to check out the last 2 weeks, then you can hop in. But you need to be a subscriber to my YouTube channel right now that you're watching from, Dr. Traci K with an I. And today I want to talk about overcoming devastating setbacks. Now, I know that I've had a couple of emails, and I'm sorry I get bombarded, but it's taken me a while to read them. And there was one email that kind of really thought I was different because I understand this myself when I was going through my own studies, and she actually wanted to talk about how she was retraining. She said she just dealt with she had been dealing with the divorce for a few years. She was a single mom, and she wanted to go ahead and go back to school and retrain, and she wanted to get her master's or something like that she was doing. She was talking about how it was so difficult and sometimes where she found herself failing a lot more, and because she couldn't stay focused, and she wanted to try some, you know, holistic type of spiritual connection to try to learn how to balance her mind, body, and spirit. Hopefully, that this would also encourage her about her own training in school. She said that when she was doing her paper, she was having trouble writing it, didn't know how to get the messages through to really get the needed on paper. And she was stuck, and she decided that, you know, maybe I need to more delve into my own spirit, body, mind, spirit, to try to can touch, maybe get with some guidance from the higher power, maybe try to high vibe. And she ran across a couple of my videos and saying, but she decided to ask, she said, how many times have I failed? And it seems like, you know, it's something that I felt like, at points I was a loser. And when I would turn my paper in, I would fail at that. And when I have to rewrite it, and it took me a, more than a couple of months to actually get another paper. And so one of the things that she wanted to ask was, how do you deal with setbacks and failures? How do you regain that confidence, as you move through these losses and wins? And that was really something because I wanted to help. I think a lot of people go through that. I know I've gone through that many times in my life. Everybody has. You're not alone. And it's devastating, yes. But you can overcome it. But the whole thing is you need to understand is that there are some simple steps that can help you retain that confidence, and understanding that dealing with setbacks and failures so that you can renegotiate, so to speak, is what this is, and enough consistency and clarity and confidence. What it means is that this is something that you need to realize that, you know, yes, you got to lick your wound, you have this failure. Yeah, so, when you're ready to get back in the game, you got to do it in a healthy way. So, how do you help yourself, so to speak? Well, I would say you need to realize that it's very important because the truth is that you just learn to deal with these setbacks and failures and blows in your life, and you need to overcome them. This is something that is a blessing to you because life without setbacks is not growth, especially if you're going to try new things and be new things, and if you're going to live a life worth living. So recognize that you can overcome this failure and regain that confidence. It's because it's not that you're a loser, it's a possible blessing. It's a blessing. And it's necessary because perhaps, especially, you don't realize that maybe that was just a quick learning lesson to overcome that, possibly to make you stronger, to make you clear, maybe make you to vibe higher, that you weren't seeing what clearly is right for your path. So you need to understand that that's just the way it works. And you need to understand that going to live a life worth living, you must learn to deal with these setbacks and failures because success and failure are not two separate roads. You would like to meet at the crossroad. For example, the same crossroad or the same road, the picture is success, and further down the road, the picture is success and failure on the same path. You need to recognize that success and failure are part of the same path, the yin and the yang, so to speak. You cannot just do this one thing. Yes, there's always going to be that can't, but the fact is, after the 30th or the 300th time, you will succeed. Every prior attempt is some extent to moving you forward. So, and understand successful people actually fail just as often, if not more, than unsuccessful people and counterparts. Because you've probably heard that version, of where my stepbacks are my comeback, so to speak. And it's worth repeating that. So you need to say that my setbacks are my comebacks. So when you see that, like an example is many times, I'm sure you've heard about that, where a simple technique, like, I'm going to use fried chicken because everybody likes fried chicken, right? Or chicken in general. So fried chicken, there's so many chicken types of recipes out there. And Colonel Sander had this specific recipe that he thought was unique. And he went out and tried to sell that recipe. And he failed so many times, over and over and over again. And he was and he wasn't 19 or 20, and he wasn't an Instagram internet famous. Oh, no, they didn't have internet back then. But the point is, you know what I'm saying. He was an older guy, an older person. He wasn't some young chicken. He wasn't some, young little chick here. He was like an older person. It took him, I don't know, I think it was maybe failure after rejection after rejection after rejection. And finally, it happened. And now that recipe is all over the world and everybody knows about it. Everybody knows about it. So that's what you need to think about. You need to keep a strong will. And that's in anything. That's with your weight loss journey. Because if you know weight loss, you're going to fail, you're going to have setbacks, you're going to have comebacks, it's possible. But when you've got support, like trying, listening to motivational challenges like the one we got right now on the 21-day meditation, subscribing to the YouTube channel, setting your reminders, inviting others, sharing is caring, liking and subscribing, motivating, because the more positive energy that you put into something, the more you're going to get support back. And I don't understand why people go to these other things, and I'm not sure what that is, but I mean, Some people have more subscribers than others, but that doesn't mean they're better than you. That just means that they might have some tech type of thing or whatever. It's it's not in the path of singing, so don't compare yourself to others. I myself might not have the front forward vision of these millions of subscribers, but you don't know what I have on the backside that nobody else sees. There's successful people that don't have an internet, social media. They don't even be on social media. They don't do that. They might have people that do it for them or something, but they don't do it. They just, like I mean, just have social media. I have that myself. But it's like when I put it in, I go it in because that's called support. That's called help. That's called paying. That's like moving it forward. And when you share somebody else's post, when you talk about it and promote about it, it's bringing good vibes and positive vibes to you. So what you need to do also is you need to just relax about it. Relax about it. Your character, your worth, you are worthy. You are an amazing individual person. You will see failures, you will see rejections, and pretty much not giving really in a try, but you mean giving enough to yourself is self growth, self worth, right? You probably are trying to play it safe, but you're saying, oh, no, 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 no. Risk is everything or whatsoever, stepping outside that box because doing the same thing over or not doing it at all is celebrating. Celebrating that effort, celebrating that result. No. You want to celebrate the fact that you took that risk, not the result. You want to celebrate the fact that you actually took that risk, that you made that action, that you were earnest about it, and you made it, and you made that perception of success, and you see that in your mind and applied that to it and applaud yourself. And maybe if somebody else doesn't applaud yourself, let me tell you, I applaud you right now. The higher power is looking upon you right now and applauding you because the world is just not always that kind. So when it's time to getting things done, you need that distinction, that degree that we actually make that effort, right? Applause, applause, applause. Exactly. So good. So right. You want to genuinely applaud yourself. Give yourself a consolation prize. Award yourself. Maybe if somebody doesn't reward you, somebody doesn't reject you and they took somebody else, that's their loss, not yours. Because you'll always be applauded in some way or another. I applaud you. Everybody that subscribes to this channel and comments. I mean, I can't applaud you. I can't worthy you if I don't know who you are, if I don't see your comments, see your actions. See, that's the problem right there. If you don't take an action like liking, commenting, or subscribing, how are you going to get that applause? How are you going to get that recognition in a sense? Because that shows me that you're taking an action and a result, that you're seeking out the ability that you want to build this self growth, that you're looking to be connected to people that are all about that. So if I don't see you liking, subscribing, or commenting, if I don't know about that, how am I supposed to applaud you? I'm here to do that for you. That's where you are not taking that action because you're afraid to comment, you're afraid to give out somebody. I see so many times, what I love about certain channels, people go in there and they go, if you're reading this comment, you are worthy. That's what I want to see on this channel. I mean, are you capable of giving somebody a good, kind message? Because don't undermine people. And it says, yes, you might not get happy about certain things to people, but you got to watch out for the tendency to draw global conclusions as the result of a specific failure or the result of a rejection. Because it's just not on that path to where it is. You don't know if just because they have, that doesn't mean they're actually handling their life the way you think they say or look that they're handling their life, right? So good. Think about that. So, generalizing and abstracting your conclusion for Pacific. alliteration. Alliteration is an expression of your effort. The more you inflate it, the more it just takes on too much. So when you've got so much of an unbalance, you got to learn from it and then you try again. You've got to basically have this non-judgmental character because it's a lost cause. You got to um, not draw so much conclusion. There's a correct way to engage with the game of life. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't have to be critical. You can be critical because that's just the way it is. You can be reviewed. But when it comes to failure for yourself, that doesn't mean that it's a loss. That's just the last piece of the puzzle of you actually on your right path. So don't think that you're crippled because you are amazing. Just trying what you're doing to be that because whatever, just because you're not what other people are normally doing doesn't mean that you're a loser or you're a failure. Just because somebody else got it, but then you'll see, like she did, she actually did it and it got better. And that's just the way it is. So life really lived is compromised and just redress everything because if it didn't work, you can basically say, well, I'm out of that ring indefinitely and I'm just going to learn from it, move on. And I took that opportunity, that risk, so that right there is worthy as self group because you didn't just does, you did. You didn't can't. You can. So it's just say that you are definitely overcoming that devastating failure by recognizing it, by asking for support, by talking to someone. That's what it's about, and that's what it should be. And anytime you need to, you can raise your hands to your heart center, come together, take a few minutes, if it's 30 seconds even, for that time, and say, okay, this is a setback, but it's not a failure. This is a comeback to my self growth success. So, this goes in every area of your life, right? So good. I really think this is a good message today. And just remember that anytime you need that motivation, come back and check out these present right now and former Sunday Vibe message. We do have a support group on Facebook, and it's a spiritual vibration challenge. Come in there. A lot of people are excellent the way they're posting these motivational types of quotes, beautiful photos, and it really inspires people. So don't hesitate to join that and get some great positive vibes on that, okay? And for all of you who are still doing the 21-day meditation, I hope your journey, I can't wait to see how you guys do with that. And if you're ready and you do want to do the actual full program, which is actual sessions that you listen to. It's like having me in your on in you in my office on your couch, and you just press play. But this challenge is going to tell you exactly how to learn how to meditate for weight loss, and it's going to give you some ideas, and you might see results. I hope all of you do. I think all of you do. I know meditation is helpful for me. Look at all the testimonials from the well-known people that have had struggles. I mean, read about that because Everybody has struggles. Everybody has struggles in some area. It doesn't matter how wealthy you are, how successful you are. Everyone has those setbacks. And meditation can really help with that. Working with energy, so forth, was like, it's just a great thing to do. Taking in that time to understanding how to connect on that level outside of your body so you can peacefully harmonize and balance things. So, till next week, I wish you all light and love. Come bring your hands together to your heart center. Take deep breath in, let it go. Raise your hands to your forehead. I'm sending you light and love. Now you go out and shine your light and love to others. And today, with this message, bow to claim it. All right. Have a wonderful week.